yesterday, Denial is the stronger team.
I think a Denial 3-1 as well. A Compound, I think you'll probably see Denial win this one somewhere like, probably like a 30-40 point game.
Okay.
Yeah. That's probably what I would say.
Yeah. All right, well, we're shaping up to have a great series. Just to break it down quick, Hardpoint Compound, followed by Search and Destroy Solar, Uplink Detroit, Hardpoint Drift, and Search and Destroy Skyrise as needed. First series of day 2 here at the MLG Finals 2015. This is shaping up to be one hell of a week, and I expect nothing less from this first series here. But as we get ready to hop into the action, the wonderful voices bringing it to you today will be Puckett and Benson. Take it away, boys.
All right, thank you, fellas. On board with Hook to open things up, and immediately he's shut down. Now, Benson, we should mention, of course, is Denial versus JusTus. You're going to have Denial rocking blue at the start of this, and JusTus, not the correct names used here. We didn't know who was coming out of the open bracket. Spacely will be playing as Xyler. We have Assault playing as Formal. Kenny, who I think is going to be their S&D superstar, playing as Aqua, and Envoy is playing underneath the name Felony.
Yeah, a little bit confusing. You may want to write those down, but we'll try and keep you up to date with how each one of those players is doing to the best of our ability. But right now, Hook on your screens, kicking things off on a 2-streak, looking for the third. The assist is going to come in. But as the guys in the analysis there said, Chris, I think you have to look at this. This Denial squad look in form. The roster change they made definitely seems to be for the better.
Now, when you look at this Denial squad, you see the map Compound.
Yep.
Who's putting up most kills? Is it going to be Hook? Is it Temp? Is it Slasher? Or is it the new guy, Classic?
I think for me, it's a race between Temp and Hook. That's how it's going to be. This map is one that traditionally you expect to see the SMGs come out and put up a lot of pressure. But at times you can see the AR play, maybe Slasher come out and put up big numbers. It's something which Octane does very, very well on this map. Mochilla as well, two very, very talented Val players that on Compound specifically, they just understand that you can play it old schools in sense of hardpoint. You can rotate early and you can use that Val to your advantage.
Now, JusTus, this is a huge matchup for them to start the day. You saw what was going on here in Pool C, and honestly, they have a pretty easy road ahead of them. If they're able to get 2 big wins here to start off the day, a good chance of making it to the winner's bracket.
Yeah, and this JusTus squad, I feel like a lot of people are going to underestimate. People kind of forget how good they are. They've fought their way through open brackets before. They've managed to get themselves into winners brackets as well. So they really do have what it takes. But going up against Denial first game, especially an informed Denial like we've seen, I mean, a lot of people saying Denial right now look as if they could make it to the grand final this event.
We'll take it over to Envoy. Envoy trying to set up on the rotation. Now over to Kenny playing underneath Aqua's tag. And honestly, I think Kenny is definitely going to be the player to watch throughout this series for me. The new guy on the scene kind of exploded in some of the online matches that we were broadcasting. Really doing a great job filling in for some of the Pro League squads. Definitely a super search and destroy powerhouse, but to start this game, he's leading the squad at 12-8. Slowing down a little bit, as you see, they set up early, but Denial was able to break through right away.
And speaking about Kenny, I know he's actually been kind of a target for a lot of top players that have become free agents this year. They've been looking at him specifically, trying to get him on his team. Spacely surrounded himself with these young players and new talents, if you will. And honestly, it was a great decision by him because this JusTus squad looking good, currently down 69-37, but big kills coming out there from Envoy on that hard point. Now back over to Kenny with that bounce, picks up the first. Should be able to find the second, just goes for the reload, jumps out. Can he pick him? No, he can't. Unfortunately, he does fall.
Taking a look over at Assault now. Assault running the bow, moving up to Formal's tag here, and he's going to be making his way. Now you look at the scoreboard, 50 points. How big of a deficit is that, knowing that we still have 1:40 to go before the halfway point?
Honestly, not that much, especially going on to this hard point. This is one that you can lock it down for essentially the full 60. And to be fair, JusTus did a really good job of actually just breaking into that. Denial are going to be kicking themselves that they've given up the control. And as long as we can see Assault stay alive with this bout, try and pick off those Denial players as they start running towards them, it should be easy pickings. There's one, there's two. Can he find the third? Beautiful play. The 3-piece comes in. JusTus locking it down. You can see that deficit is just massively being reduced. 20 seconds left on this hard point, but it doesn't look as if Denial's going to break it anytime soon. Puckett.
Envoy is ripping everyone up. Now let's take it back over. Excuse me, that was
Assault. Yeah.
Assault. Here's Envoy. He's going to get dropped. We'll catch on to these names as this game goes on. Spacely on your screen now. Now, normally this is the OBJ player running the aggressive sub role. Off to a pretty slow start, Ben. 8-14. He does have 4 captures, but really I think he is going to be the key player to turn up here in the second half if they want a chance of winning this game.
Absolutely. If you see him kind of, get close to that positive range, then that's when the kill's going to start going in just his favor. It's very, very difficult. Have noticed him kind of baiting himself out a couple of times, trying to get his teammates picking up more important kills, something to definitely note. But right now, Classic for Denial on this hard point, and Denial once again trying to build that lead. Unfortunately, Classic isn't going to be able to pick up that kill, and that kill feed just goes all red for a couple of seconds. That Denial could be in some trouble, but just as you say that, Hook jumps in and gets a big two-piece.
Yeah, Hook's like, I'll turn it back blue, Ben. Don't worry. Slasher falling, Classic taking his time, trying to get in the perfect position before attacking. Little sloppy shots there to start it, but able to finish his kill. You see, it's going to be Envoy over there trying to watch the flank. His teammates trying to pinch, but Classic is continuing to score. 7 seconds left. The rotation is going down, and it looks like Denial is able to slay their way to another about 50-point advantage. We'll see how long can they hold it. Stay on board with Classic for a little bit, but you look at the numbers, Ben, up to this point, halfway through the game, who's been most impressive for you?
Honestly, you got to look at Hook doing a great job. Him and Slasher really having some good dynamic between the two. In terms of the kills, there isn't that much of a disparity. Obviously, Denial are out slaying, but fragilely, it really isn't that many. It's just come down to a couple of clutch kills on those hills, which is exactly why Denial have this lead. But as we saw, it can be changed so quickly. JusTus just need 1 or 2 really good favorable hills, get some momentum back, and they can potentially take this map number 1.
Thought they were going to be able to expand up to about a 50-point lead. Not going to happen, says JusTus. Strong slaying in the middle of the map as both teams unable to get control quite yet. Finally, Temp is able to jump in. Spacely answering back with stun grenade kills on Classic. But a nice job so far. Denial keeping Temp alive. They're able to continue to just put that pressure back on the spawns. And you look at the minimap. Only one player near the hard point. Spacely all alone. His teammates trying to set up for the rotation, but Denial is already there.
Yeah, Denial's ready and waiting, and they should be able to get those cuts potentially, as Spacely is going to have a couple of big gunfights to win. There's the first, dashes to the right, stays alive. Nice movement. Teammate picks up the kill. Spacely looking for the second,
Nice.
going to connect with it. And now JusTus desperately need to just try and reduce this deficit. It's a 6th streak currently for Spacely, looking for the 7th, going to connect with it. Can he find the 8th? Play to the right-hand side, not going to be able to do so. But that was that exact kind of thing we expected to see from him. And as you can see, he's brought himself kind of back into it in terms of his kills and deaths, but more importantly, potentially bringing the team back in as well.
Salt, nice job here with the bow. Able to pick up one, looking for another. He had that big 3-piece earlier on the money hill. Now he's going to work. Big cover fire coming in. That's Kenny doing the damage with the sub. And now you see 13 seconds left. They should be able to milk it. The big fight going on across the map. All alone is going to be Envoy, and he's unable to get much done. See the hill? Continuing to be milked.
That's a little unfortunate because they got all that scrap time. They milked it, as you said, Bucket. But just no one won those gunfights on rotation. Envoy was just left completely by himself. So, yeah, they reduced that down to 20 points, but immediately you expect to see Denial just kind of build that 20-point lead straight back up with the early time on this hard point. It's going to be so tough for JusTus to try and break inside. Denial pushing out the hill, putting a lot of pressure on JusTus. The grenades are flying out from Hook as well. Really, you have to expect to see Spacely try and make a big play here. Trying to push through bottom middle, not going to be able to do so, although the hill has actually been broken. That's fantastic play from Envoy. Jumps in, finds 3 kills in a row, looking for the 4th. Envoy finally falls though.
Basically trying to clean up the kills. Does get one, but he's going to be taken down. Back over to Kenny. Kenny with the bow up closed. Not going to be able to do it. And you're going to see Envoy fall once again. Back over to Spacely, though. Denial doing a fantastic job on this hard point. Trying to hold it for the final 9. Spacely is going to be able to milk the clock again, and this is going to be the big hill. This one probably going to decide the game. Can JusTus do what they did on the first rotation? Can they keep Denial out after an effective break? Big shots from Spacely, still looking for the kill, finds it with the melee on Temp. Meanwhile, you're gonna see another kill coming in from Kenny, 2 down. They got a break right now, and it's not gonna happen. Classic too strong.
Yeah, Classic, that 2-piece does just enough momentarily, but hill has been broken once again by JusTus. You've got to look for Assault on this hard point. He went big last time. Expect to see him do it again. Of course, he's playing under the formal tag. Here he goes from behind. There's the first kill. Teammate on the hard point, 183 to 164, 27 seconds left on this hard point, and Assault starting to get things going. That's a 2 streak for him currently, just trying to stay alive, turns around, finds the 3rd. That score is being massively reduced, 183 to 172, 16 seconds left on the hard point. Assault now pushing out. They want to try and put so much pressure on Denial, and Denial are crumbling. A big stomp goes in on Hook as well. This is a huge comeback coming in from JusTus. They're about to take the lead.
Final minute of the game, JusTus with the lead now, 188 and counting to 183, but Denial has set up 3 players inside the hard point. Hook feels the pressure. He's waiting for it. His teammates supporting him with those assault rifles behind. And Hook is just going to stay low, keep scoring, tries to get up close and personal. Classic now, last man inside the hill. He's going to be taken down. Let's take it back over to Assault and Envoy. Envoy with the sub, gonna fall, but you got Assault still inside, Ben. It's a 10-point game, 26 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, Assault's movement was so good. He needs to pick up a two-piece, not gonna happen. Classic intent, both jump on and try and bait. Oh, in goes Envoy, but he can't make it happen. I think Denial have just done enough in the final seconds. They played this final hard point so well, just so passively waited for JusTus to push. They recognized that's all they needed to do. Then very efficient trading came in from Denial, and they're able to close it out pretty comfortably in the end.
Yeah, big props to Temp as well. He went on a 5 or 6 streak at the end to seal the game. Denial takes a very close game number 1, but JusTus, just a little sample of what they're capable of in this best of 5.
Splasher all smiles. It doesn't seem to be affected by the pressure, but as you kind of said, Puckett, that is exactly why I don't want to underestimate JusTus, because they can make games close like that. They locked down second to last half point twice in that game and made it look kind of easy, to be fair. Hook, though, massive shout out to him, 41 and 39, 13 caps, 2 defends. So aggressive.
You know, in the first half, we saw Spacely starting off -8. If he started the game the way he finished,
right,
I think we have a totally different outcome. Let's take a look at some of the numbers from JusTus. Of course, Felony, that was Envoy leading the charge at the top of the leaderboard. 10 captures, 5 defends, the biggest slaying done throughout the game by Assault. Kenny with some big numbers as well at the bottom. They're not as involved in the hard points, but on the top end, how do you stop Hook? 13 captures, 41 kills. The man had 80 engagements on Compound.
Yeah, you give him a map like Compound, he's going to run amok. Like, that's just so many engagements, so much pressure at all times. Yeah, some people will look at that and go, oh, well, you died 39 times. That's not that impressive. Well, actually, it really is. He was applying so much pressure to every one of those hard points that, yeah, you may kill him once, you may kill him twice, but he's going to keep coming at you. You're not going to be able to continuously kill him. He's going to win a lot of those gunfights, as you see. Finishes the game with 41 kills, most kills in the lobby.
All right, that is it for game number 1. When we return, we'll take it back to a classic map for some search and destroy. We'll see you on the other side of this break with Solar.